opportunities.
John, the credibility of several of the players has been questioned. Does it mean they are wrong?
No, not necessarily, but I wish there was more accountability. I mean, I wish they would have talked to a player, say, you know what, I did get some money, not much. I didn't go to some classes. I got taken care of there. But you know what? That's on me. They had a player. There was a core to this story. There was like 5 to 6 players who were in every segment. I mean, they were angry. And one of them, I think his name is William Bell. I don't even remember him. I think he was third string special teams. He goes, I'm making $12 an hour. I could have been a millionaire. And I'm looking at him, dude, I don't even know who you are. People up here don't remember who you are. You know, that's on you, some of it. If you were good enough, you would have played.
Kelly, fans have been ready for a muscular pushback. Do you think that OSU has taken the proper tone up to this time?
I do think so. I think they did the right thing on Saturday when the word was getting out to kind of get ahead of it and say that they're looking into it, they take it seriously. And then they made another good move this week to hire Chuck Smurt, who was on the NCAA enforcement staff for 17, 18 years. So I think that they've done what they can to not admit things that they aren't sure whether they occurred, but to say, you know, we're going to look into this and see what we can find out.
I thought by far the smartest move in this whole thing, the best move, was OSU getting in front of it. Usually these are sneak attacks. Boom, it blows up in the next morning's paper. Those days are long gone. We all know that. But they got out in front of it. They knew the accusations. They said, this is coming. We're going to learn from it. We're going to study it. We're going to investigate it. And so people, it kind of softened the blow, the initial blow. And in this story, Barry, I really think the whole thing just lost steam quickly.
It did, and the story had so many holes in it in terms of other news agencies found credibility issues, just outright incorrections, and also a lot of national media sort of poked holes at the whole format. Sports Illustrated took as many blows as OSU in this thing. So by OSU getting out in front of it and saying, listen, prepared, it's fans, it's media, everybody saying this is coming, it's going to be bad. Then it wasn't nearly as bad as we thought, and people feel much better than if it had been what you called sort of a surprise attack.
Among the organizations that did fact-checking, ESPN found discrepancies in the reporting. Journalistically, Kelly, how do you think this series played out?
I think it definitely tapered out as it went on, as John just said. And I think with the holes that have been pointed out, just little things. It was the details. And even when the sex story was posted Friday, there were some editing mistakes that is very unlike Sports Illustrated. So I think small things like that are just going to not discredit the whole thing, but call into question some of the reporting.
Was it Fateh who claimed he had 2 degrees?
Yes.
Football player tells me he's got 2 degrees. I'm going to look it up.
That's a flag for you.
Oh yeah, that's an
easy thing to find.
And an easy thing to find. There was very few, like Barry said, there wasn't a paper trail for, somebody says I got $50. There's no way to prove that, really, and there's no way to prove some of the academic fraud. But here's the deal. You can prove degrees and grade points and attendance and registration and those kind of things. If you've got a chance for a paper trail, you go and get it. SI whiffed bad on this.
And unfortunately, bad timing for SI. In the middle of this last week, Yahoo Sports releases an investigation into an agents association with Southeastern Conference football players. Big paper trail, phone records, bank receipts, Western Union transactions, paper, airline tickets, all those kinds of things. They had hard evidence, really made SI look weak.
Thayer Evans has taken a lot of heat for his involvement in this, although the lead reporter is a Pulitzer Prize winner. Where did SI, in your opinion, fall down? Just in the fact checking?
I don't think it was Thayer Evans. I know everybody wants to dump on Thayer, but Thayer just talked to guys. He may have asked them leading questions. He may have ambushed them at their door. Doesn't matter. He took what information he gathered and took it to George Dorman and SI, and I think George Dorman is the one with the agenda. Wanted to write a scathing piece about college athletics. Some of the things he mentioned, in his writing, I think were completely off base, and basically saying, here's how OSU got good. The number one reason OSU got good is because Boone Pickens gave them $300 million, and they built facilities to rival anybody they were competing with. That's the number one reason OSU got good in football. So to dismiss that and virtually not even mention it, and talk about sex on a Friday night on a recruiting trip, I think is absurd.
You mentioned George Norman. We did invite him to be on this program, the writer for Sports Illustrated, and he was unavailable.